Hey guys, I wanted to tell you about my sponsor, Noble Gold, and how much they help out this channel, and they can also help out you. You know, we all need a little cheering up at the moment. We are all practicing positivity, which is great. Well, what if your financial worries right now could go away? What if you could get your money away from risky stocks and into your own retirement account? Gold is up over 16% so far this year, and the Dow is down around 10%. Very interesting. What they are offering is a rare America the Beautiful silver coin. With any qualified IRA, you will receive one of these coins for free. You can't beat that. This is a limited edition silver coin. This is one of the most beautiful coins ever made in and for America, and you can get it for free. This would be a great thing to have and maybe gift to somebody, correct? Make sure you tell that True Reporting sent you so you can qualify for this free silver coin offer. This offer is only for July, so make sure you can call right away and don't let this slip through your fingers. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com or call them today at 877-646-5347 and get the ball rolling in July. Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoy the podcast and have a beautiful day. Hello and welcome, fellow digital soldiers, to another episode of True Reporting. It is the 6th of August, and on today's episode, we have our good friend Bob Kudlow back. My friend, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So we're into the the beginning, the first week of August. What are we to expect heading into the middle and end of August?
Well, I mean, if you're talking political, we're waiting on Biden. If you're talking legal, we're waiting on Barr. If you're talking economics, we're waiting on stimulus. And if you're talking stocks, we're talking silver, gold, and Bitcoin. So
absolutely, a lot of the people that watch this show are completely, watching the silver, the gold, the Bitcoin. So what do we expect from silver, gold, and Bitcoin? Are we looking at a jump?
Yeah, so we already had the breakout. So gold broke out, and that's what everybody's watching for. So gold broke out. 1850 was the area of the all-time high. Now it's over 2000. 2000 is probably going to be support on this, and our expectation is that just doing what's called mathematical Fibonacci kind of measured moves, we're looking at probably 2,900 for gold going into the end of next year, end of 2021. There'll be a lot of jumping around between now and then. And silver is extremely undervalued yet. It topped out at 50 in 2011. It's only now closing back in on 30 right now. And so our minimum move on silver by the end of next year is 45, but it can easily make all-time highs. And Bitcoin now is on its halving train now to 6 figures is not out of the question. And before people say, oh my gosh, how could Bitcoin go up, 10x from here? I just simply point them to Tesla. Okay, a company that's not making any money went from a 50 billion market cap to a $500 billion market cap, and a company that doesn't make a single penny. So the point is that you have a supply-demand imbalance in all three of them. And you have supply being created on the fiat side with the Federal Reserve and the federal government just printing like there's no tomorrow. And people are getting scared now, from some of the crazy stuff that I'm sure you talk about all the time. And they're like, look, we need to lock in, some inflation hedges, some bank failure hedges, economic disruption hedges, and gold, silver, and the miners are where gold, silver, miners, and Bitcoins where you're going to make your money. And so we as traders, you can hodl coins, right? And you can stack gold and silver, but you can also make a lot of money trading the gold and silver miners. And that's where just in the last 2 weeks, we've had miners go up between minimum of 18% up to 40%. And these are companies that are still 1/3 the price they were when the last time gold made an all-time high. So the moves are still in front of people. There's still a little bit of
Is it too late for someone to jump on gold and silver, and which one should they jump on?
Yeah, so it's not too late, number one. And what I would say when you jump in, I would be buying silver and silver miners. The ratio is still out of whack. It favors buying in that area. Gold may pause for a couple months here, but silver needs to play catch up, and I'd be buying the silver miners, and that's what we're doing. So, we have a core position we've been holding, and then there's stuff we trade all the time. But you're talking about Pan American Silver, you're talking about Hecla. Just look at these charts. You look at USAS, look at NAK, and then you can look at the big boys. All the big boys doubled already. Barrick Gold, AEM, the Newmont Mining, Wheaton Precious Metals. They've all doubled, and all the big boys have at least doubles in them again. All the small caps have at least 3 to 5x left in them. So hop on. And then for Bitcoin, we shifted out of the altcoin realm now, focusing exclusively on Bitcoin. And it moves in after these halving periods. It consolidates. Excuse me. It consolidates, and then after it consolidates, it makes its big move. So we're expecting a 2016, 2017 kind of move. And you got to realize, there's 21 million coins out there. The ability to mine new coins has been curtailed, and it'll curtail again in 2024. But I was telling somebody the other day, if every millionaire wanted to buy one Bitcoin, there's not enough Bitcoin. So,
Right.
you're gonna have a supply squeeze, and this guy David Portnoy, that the guy,
Barstools.
the pizza guy, that's out there with Penn National. He's now become a day trader. Well, there's probably 30 or 40 million people that kind of hang on every word he says. So you have this thing like Locust going through. Well, yesterday he invited the guys that run Gemini, which are the Winklevoss brothers, to talk to him about Bitcoin. Well, he's going to be pumping Bitcoin hard. You get 30 to 40 million young, traders out there trying to lift Bitcoin up. Maybe only 3 or 4 million coins are out there trading at any given time. Doesn't take much for this thing to rocket the coins. And we've seen it now, what they did with the stock market, easily can do the same thing in Bitcoin. So, up until like a month ago, I was telling people, hey, just get in. Now I'm telling you, if you're not in the next 30 days, you're going to miss the move, and you're going to be the guy that didn't buy into the lottery ticket pool.
Wow.
Won. So we're that close to it blowing out, just because they're not stopping spending money worldwide. Every country in the world now is printing and debasing their currency, and you want to own stuff that has supply constraint to it, and that's the metals, the miners, and the cryptocurrency, at least the decentralized ones.
So if one was to jump in right now, you said you had 30 days to go. What is a good amount for your average blue collar worker to dump into, gold, silver, and Bitcoin? $5, $8 grand, $2,500. What do you suggest that's safe?
Yeah, so I mean, look, most people, that's probably where people would have that kind of money, is that, and if you have to invest it, I mean, right now, up until 60 days ago, I was very, very cautious, and I pushed all my chips in to take advantage of this move. And I hover between being 50% invested up to 200% invested, because I have margin. Is that with the state of the market right now, is that we're all fully invested. So now, when you're talking $1, $2, $3, $6, $8,000, you need to buy it, get it into a good company, and not overtrade yourself out of your positions.
What about like diversify your money into the big three that you're saying? What amount of money would you suggest?
I tell people, don't be 10 or 15% in any one given asset.
Okay.
So I can't tell. It's hard for me to say, because I know a guy that's an electrician that has $150,000 to invest, right? I know a lawyer that has nothing. So, it all depends on your financial situation. I'm not a guru. All I'm saying is, you want to diversify. We're in a bull market now, so you probably want to take advantage of it. But the only caution I would give people, is that if you're going to grab some of these things, don't overtrade it. You're in a bull market. You just sit on these things. A lot of guys, a couple guys that at the March lows are up 164% on their miners. didn't touch them. They bought them at the March lows and sat on them. You know, if you'd have bought silver at the bottom, it went from $11 to now 30, almost a 300% move on a metal commodity, which is unheard of.
Mhm.
So, you know, when you get into a bull market, you just hold on and don't try to trade yourself out.
So just ride it. Put in your money and just ride gold, silver, Bitcoin, and just let it ride.
Yeah, and you know where we help is we can help people with the entry points,
Sure.
and that's what we do. And you know, if things get too frothy, you know, if something moves too far too fast, we'll say, hey, you know, you might want to take a little bit off the table. Don't lose your position, meaning stay in with some of it, but maybe take half off. Be prudent. You know, don't be greedy. You know, and let it pull back, and then buy back in, rinse and repeat. You know, the trading goes like a sine wave. So if it gets pushed up too far here, hey, take half off. Comes back down, put the other that half back on, and let it go again. You know, as long as it's making what they call higher lows and higher highs, it's trending in your direction. If it starts chopping or it starts going down, you can always pull back out. You know,
Mhm.
but
So
that's how you trade. That's how you make money. Day trading for most people is almost impossible. They stack it against small accounts. You have to have a fairly large account to successfully day trade, even if you're really experienced, because they make it hard for you to win. So you know you need at least over $25,000 to day trade, and most people don't have that. So just hold on to your positions and what we call swing trade, and you'll build those positions up fast enough.
nice, great advice.
We call it getting rich slowly.
Hey, you know you know that's the slow and steady wins the race, right? I mean, I think yeah, if you don't have the money to dump into this, you know, just do a slim trade and stay with it and see what happens with it. And you know, from your advice, it sounds like you guys. I mean, you've been in this for what 40 years? You said something of that nature.
91. So how old is that? That's 30 years.
30 years. So 30 years you've been doing this. You know you're well advanced in this. You're giving us good advice, which we're gracious of. That's awesome that you're here to tell us to give us these tidbits. Big thing that happened last week was Kodak. Kodak being maybe the new pharmaceutical out there. It exploded, came back down. A lot of people were if they hopped on board, made a good bit of money. And if they pulled out in time, what are your thoughts on that? That Kodak being possibly the new pharmaceutical leader, maybe being a Pfizer. What do you think about that?
Okay, so Kodak was trading at like $2.50,
Hmm?
and then Trump announced that Kodak got a contract to produce. I think it was hydroxychloroquine. I forget exactly what it is, but it's just generic pharmaceuticals. Trump wants to have these pharmaceuticals manufactured in the U.S. He just signed an executive order today on essential medicines being made here. And
Nice.
so it went from 250 and went up to $30. Well, nobody got that trade. Only insiders,
Hmm.
okay, had owned Kodak at that time. They were probably shocked. A lot of them sold, and then the Momo guys came in, and it went from $30 up to 54 the next day. Okay, and that's when most people heard about Kodak. So then a bunch of young retail guys jumped into Kodak around 50 and woke up the next day it was at 36. Okay, right now it's trading at 19. So people got their heads handed to them. So when you see something jumping like that, we call it FOMO, fear of missing out. But FOMO turns into oh no. Oh no, I lost a lot of money trading.
Sure. Yes.
You don't get rich. You got to remember, nobody tells you about their losers, okay, on Twitter and Facebook or wherever. They only tell you about ringing the bell, right?
Hmm.
But you have to stay away from those things. Kodak doesn't have any intellectual property. Okay, they're basically a contract manufacturer. Okay, they're not Pfizer. Pfizer actually develops drugs from scratch. So Kodak's not Pfizer. Okay, now could it be Pfizer at some point? Yeah, maybe, but it won't jump like that. Pfizer doesn't jump like that. So Kodak was what was called a short squeeze. People were shorting Kodak because they thought it was going to go out of business. People had to cover Kodak. It got up to $54. All those people that were short got wiped out, and the stock sold back down again. You're going to see it a lot in the biotech. I rarely trade the biotech for that reason because it's so news driven. So You can literally, and that's why when it gets small accounts that can't day trade, if you bought it at 36 and sold it at 54, you might have already had your third or fourth day trade for that week. They lock your account for 90 days. Okay. If you say, oh, I'll hold it to the next day because I don't want to get locked, and that's back to 36 and you lost, 20% of your portfolio, your small portfolio.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you buy sectors that are moving up, right? That's news driven. Gold, silver, palladium, platinum, uranium, all those miners are going up and they've been grinding up now for months. That's where you want to put your money. Okay, not in the pump or dumps. You want to put the stuff in where the market caps are growing, where you can see where the cash flows are growing. That's the only area, in the whole country where cash flows are growing faster than the stock price. Everything else, stock prices are growing faster than cash flow. And so you want to be in the stuff that the cash is growing faster than stock. That means you're buying an asset that's undervalued and likely to grow in value. And that's where I'm playing, and we're having a fantastic year.
Awesome, man. It interesting as always, Bob. Do you have anything to plug? I think you've given enough, a good amount of information for people to kind of get a lead on stuff. I think they know where to go. Gold, silver, Bitcoin. Go into that, test the waters, see what's going on. Put some money out there and invest in this stuff. Do you have anything to plug for the month of August, my friend?
Yeah. So come to TradeLikeAGenius.com. We put together some special for your listeners. They have the Saturday night. I pre-discounted our bundle 65% off. So they can trade stocks, they can trade cryptocurrencies, they can trade binary options, something we can talk about another day. If you have a small account, great way to build it. And we teach you how to trade. We give you the indicators, we give you chat rooms, and we give you like one or two stock trades and crypto trades a day. So that we teach you how to fish, we give you the fishing equipment, and we throw you some fish. So, and what we charge for it is nothing compared to what you'll get out of it. So I think you'll find it great value, and I appreciate it if people check us out. TradeLikeAGenius.com.
TradeLikeAGenius.com, guys. You need to go to it now. Remember, he said this is about the last 30 days that it's golden to get into this. So I suggest you do the same, my friends. Bob, it's always a pleasure to have you on. Thank you so much for the great information. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Guys, if you found this informative and you enjoyed it, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. You can go ahead and follow me on Twitter. And don't forget to leave a like. I hope you have a beautiful afternoon. And God bless to each and every one of you. Thank you, and have a great day. Guys, if you found what you just watched informative and you enjoyed it, then please subscribe to the True Reporting family today. There are many ways to support this channel, like our Patreon link, our PayPal link, and our TRUreporting.us official website link in the description box below. Join the True Reporting family today and be a part of history, because where we go one, we go all.